Who? Who could possibly be able to make themselves tiny and know something about abortions? Let's see. Who could there be?
Who could it be? Let me think.
Look, we just had to know what would happen, okay? Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll be looking at 8 bad decisions you made in video games just to see what would happen. Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Hand over all your stuff. Baldurs Gate 2, Shadows of Am. There have been a handful of times where games will have players turn in weapons to NPCs in order to keep the story linear or provide some challenge. However, Baldurs Gate 2 features a boss fight that can go one of two ways. You can take on a specific dragon whose name we aren't even going to try to pronounce, and it'll be your standard, incredibly difficult Baldurs Gate boss fight.
I shall prevail. I shall prevail.
Or you can sacrifice 30,000 gold and all of your items in exchange for the Golden Goblet of Life, avoiding the fight altogether. Doesn't sound like a bad deal, yeah? Well, we probably wouldn't have made a big deal about it if it didn't happen so late in the game. How are we supposed to fight the final boss now?
I shall prevail.
Name.
Destroying Squidwards' home. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Poor Squidward has spent over 20 years dealing with SpongeBob and his idiotic antics. But who can say his life isn't miserable enough already? There's always room for improvement, and Battle for Bikini Bottom granted us the opportunity. When visiting Squidward's home, he'll tell you to jump around for his amusement, but it only ends up aggravating him. However, if that wasn't enough for you, might we make a suggestion? Trash his house. Everything must be destroyed. You'll get one of Patrick's nice dirty socks as a reward. Friend or foe? Dishonored series. The Dishonored series is often riddled with shady characters that will likely backstab you later down the road. So, players have plenty of reason to be suspicious of almost every character they meet. However, some may get carried away with their suspicion and make assumptions way too quickly. We're pretty guilty of this, and if you're like us, you probably stabbed an ally like Samuel just to see what would happen if you cut the story short and saved yourself the betrayal. Just be aware that killing some allies might result in a game over because, you know, how dare you deviate from the story? Catwoman Out. Batman Arkham City.
You can do it. Just walk right out of here and leave him. It's easy. You'll never forgive yourself, Selina. Save Batman, then get out of here.
If you were the one Batman needed for help, would you answer the call? Would you come to the Dark Knight's aid? Well, in Arkham City, many of us had Catwoman say no, but we swear we only wanted to see if the choice was actually possible.
There's nothing we can do. Bruce is dead. He's gone.
What we were greeted with was an abrupt ending. Yep, that's it. Batman is probably dead. Credits roll. Although, it isn't long before the game rewinds itself back to Catwoman's decision. Clearly we're supposed to say yes, but come on. Would Catwoman really go back to save bats?
Figured you could use my help.
You're right. I think I chipped a nail back there.
Emily the Wendigo? Until Dawn.
Are you kidding me?
You're putting us all in danger.
Like hell I am!
Emily, you can't stay here.
Mike, just cool your head, okay? We don't know if it works like that. Maybe it's just a bite.
Throughout all of Until Dawn, Emily was proving to be a major pain in the ass. Between bossing Matt around and smacking our beloved Ashley, we were ready to kick her to the curb and leave her to the Wendigos. Although, we found ourselves in an interesting dilemma after she was bitten by one of the beasts.
Whoa, okay. Whoa. Mike, calm down.
You're gonna shoot me?
Do we put her out of her misery and prevent her from becoming one of them? Or do we let her live and wait to see what happens? We may have chosen the former and not for the right reasons. Well, at least things are a tad quieter now.
to save him, guys. I had to do it. I had to do it.
The Snook. South Park, The Stick of Truth.
You boys don't understand. They've put the Snook here.
Who did?
Whoever these people are claiming to be Taco Bell.
It's one of the many bizarre situations Stick of Truth puts us in, and one of the very few that actually gave us a choice in the matter, more or less. In the final moments of the game, you eventually find Mr. Slave tied to a post and must travel inside his butt to disarm a nuke. Before you do so, there is a moment you could leave while everyone ponders about who their hero could be. It's certainly not you, and if that's the case, the nuke goes off, resulting in an immediate game over. You'll be brought back to the moment where you need to shrink down, but if you want to move the story forward, you know what to do. Godspeed.
Well, what are you waiting for? Pull it out!
No! We can't just pull it out!
Thief! The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. It's pretty common knowledge these days, but when we first experienced the merchant turning around, we thought we had found a way to cheat the game. Upon stealing our first item, we thought we had the game beat. Free items for an entire quest, and all we had to do was trick the merchant into looking the other way. However, our crime haunted us for the duration of the game, as every character referred to us as Thief. Should we return to the store we stole from, we'd meet an untimely end. Well, now we know better. Maybe. Genocide Run. Undertale. Undertale is one of those games that encourages pacifism and becoming friends with creatures rather than fighting them. However, there is a path for those who only want to leave death in their wake. Players who would rather fight everything that crosses their path are treated to a difficult RPG that will repeatedly try to beat them into submission. Should you successfully plow through most of the infamous Genocide Run, you'll find yourself in one of the hardest boss fights in modern gaming. To this day, the Megalovania theme haunts us. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.